fifth and final season of Damages ended on September 12th, 2012. The series finale episode review. Okay, this is pretty much for fans of the franchise who have seen it from season 1 on. I'm pretty much going to go straight into spoilers with this one. I really got to give a shout out. The first 3 seasons were so amazing. The Glenn Close character, you know, she just loves to play that character, and it's been fun to watch her. So, this Chris Sanchez, Channing Tatum, Naomi Walling. I'm pretty sick of all these names. And pretty much we learned that the case was pretty much worth nothing. It was just basically Patty Hughes, like, IRL trolling Ellen Parsons, provoking with her, toying with her, basically, in the final season. It was just all about blood is thicker than water, but I don't think enough people died until the ending. Pretty much the Channing McLaren case was obviously for nothing. Patty knew she didn't have a case. She just wanted to drive Ellen Parsons over the edge, which she succeeded in trolling her. Huge fan of this. Gotta give a shout out to KZK Productions. The first 3 seasons were amazing writing. They weave the characters in, and every episode was compelling. But the last 2 seasons with the Howard Erickson and you know, Dylan Baker as like his henchman was hard to buy into. And then this season with all the dream sequence filler of Ellen Parsons talking to dead people, Patty Hughes talking to dead people, and basically, and then they made the twist that Ellen gets the upper hand, and no, she hasn't. And the death of her, everyone thought that Patty was gonna kill her. That's what, but they always do a twist. But really, we all thought that Patty was gonna kill her or whatever, and then the twist is that Ellen gets, she had a near-death experience from dizziness, and she gets the upper hand because she ends up quitting after Patty shows her hand, and she realized that she was just getting played over the McLaren case. And then the way they decided to end it is obviously Patty with that stare of jealousy, and that she lost out on her family. She lost her son. Her dad obviously was dying too and was a deadbeat dad. She can't undo that, the evolution of the maternal, natural, emotional instinct that the women have in their. I guess that's like a fitting ending for characters about bitches, you know, who are lawyers. But really fun watching it through the years. Chris Sanchez, that character was so worthless. I hated when at the end of the, I don't know, then Patty's son gets, he was in it in the beginning of the part of the season. I thought that was gonna play more. Then they just like made him take a back seat. And I don't know, Glenn Close kind of seemed like they like made like the Patty Hughes character like too timid or something, like throughout the whole like season, you know, that she like always had this awkward feeling. Basically, because she lost Tom and everyone around her. And I don't know what else to say other than the season finale, I mean. And then Ellen, this is another gay filler, like, subplot that they did throughout the season. They made, like, Ellen pull a gun on, like, her dad because he was, like, abusing her mom, and her mom ended up being like stupid filler scenes of like her going to the apartment. Oh, fucking terrible. And then Ellen pulls the gun out on her dad. It was so, and all this like seems kind of forced, you know, the Ellen Parsons character. First off, like Patty like hired her just to get in, just because she was, obviously related to a witness in a key case. So she brought her on as a young intern or whatnot. But then she just basically just loved to freaking toy with her and maybe saw a little of herself in her, but I never saw it. Like, there is really no smarts to the Ellen Parsons character. This whole season was boring as hell. Like, it got old pretty quick. Samurai 7 was like the only good subplot in it. And then everything else, I'm glad they killed off Jenna Elfman early on. Of course, they did Flash. And then, oh, this is so stupid. The cyber hacking with Ryan Phillippe and Jenna Elfman's character. And then did he rape her, did he not? They just played that over and over. Then just lame, just nothing to go on. But obviously, it was really about Patty Hughes, and they just wanted to represent Patty Hughes, that she thinks it's all about winning, and that's what it's been her whole life. But she's finally realizing that she's missed out on. Hold up, I gotta go to this. Back to the damages logo. Obviously, she didn't have a good relationship with her son, and then her dad was a deadbeat, like I was saying. But let me go over the seasons now, since this is basically a series finale review. The Arthur Frobisher character, I fucking love him so much. And then they brought him back for the second season. If they would have found a way to bring Ted Danson back for the fifth and final season, that would have just made it oh so much sweeter. Because this story was lame as hell. Patty knew she didn't even have a case. She was just trolling her, like I was saying. Season 2, what happened that was like the Timothy Oliphant one. Wasn't it Poison in the Water Supply with William Hurt? Most of that was kind of whack, but how they brought Arthur Frobisher back was like the only tight thing. And then the third season was freaking amazing. Probably like the best season drama-wise, I think, with the Martin Short and the ruthless like family that would do anything to get their father's Ponzi scheme assets. That one's great, and when he kills Tom at the end of it, that's just classic. Then the High Star case. Oh my God, this Chris, and then the fifth. Then they bring Chris Sanchez back. Like, hey, he wasn't able to bang. He wasn't worthy enough to bang Ellen Parsons in season 4. But Timothy Oliphant is, because he played Ghostface, and Chris Sanchez, the guy who plays him, is basically a nobody. He's gonna be in that stupid new Fox show like about Mindy or something stupid. And then they bring him back, and he's like already banging like Ellen Parsons like in the first season or the final season. You're like, what the hell? And then like he just is worthless the whole season. It's just another. They just use him as the post-traumatic stress subplot where he talks about bringing that to freaking McLaren. It's so fucking gay. Then the case just seemed like so forced, like, yeah, Patty versus Ellen already, even though they fast forward into time. But then you just see why, because obviously she was just provoking Ellen to be a dirty lawyer and enter the game so that she could have another female companion, basically. That's like the only thing that she likes to do with Ellen, is just, she just picked her out for whatever reasons, just to toy with her, and liked toying with her, basically, in real life, IRL. This was JBM 2005 from VillainNews, Villain Radio. I don't know what I'm going to upload this on. And check out my other horror and comic book movie videos. And I want to say special shout out to Rose Byrne, Glenn Close, the actors, the producers, the writer. I really enjoyed the whole series, and I know a lot of fans did too. I'm out.